What is going on, everyone? MikeO back with another SGC grading submission reveal. Got a 55 card order back from Boca Raton, Florida. Not a bad turnaround time. Sent out about a week before the National and received it back about a week after the National. Obviously, the National slows things down a little bit. The staff is more limited over at SGC since they had so many people in Chicago collecting orders, grading stuff, and such. But still, solid turnaround time. Fun order. Another big mix, as these orders usually are. Some brand new baseball products, some vintage baseball and football, some non-sports, a lot of parallels, some memorabilia cards. So should be a nice little mix. 55 cards. There's a little mix of the breakdown here. So hopefully you guys enjoy the reveal. So let's get started. We've got one card for Greg. He sent in this 1966 Philadelphia Dick Butkus in an SGC 5. So solid card there. You got a 66, you get a 5. Nice looking card. Looks great in the tux. The vintage cards, to me, still look the best in the tux. You know, there's 4 major grading companies, that's the way I'd say it. Then you got the fringe stuff under, and they all have their pluses, and they can have minuses as well. I think SGC, a lot of cards look great in their holders. So, and vintage, specifically vintage and pre-war. All right, so that's a card for Greg. We got 2 cards here for Clint. He's got a 1984 editorial Maga Super Exido Megaforce, which received an SGC 9. So, solid order. Solid grade, I should say, for a card from the 80s to pull off the 9. And then sent in this 1990 Panini Smash Hits. And the bigger cards are going to be a little harder to show off. But 1990 Panini Smash Hit stickers. Phil Collins received an SGC 8. I like the bigger cards in the SGC Tux as well. As long as they keep it consistent, which we'll see something that has been an issue coming up later in terms of consistency. We got 3 cards here for Lee. Lee is a Padres fan and Padres collector. So he sent in 3 of the same card in different color parallels. 2022 Topps Update, Picture Perfect, Mother's Day Pink, numbered 1 out of 50. Got Jerickson Profar and Manny Machado. Obviously, the Padres had a really nice playoff run last year, reaching the Final 4 in baseball. Here's a Gem Mint 10 for the Father's Day Powder Blue parallels. Again, serial numbered 1 out of 50. I do think these colors, the color borders pop too. White borders and color borders pop in the SGC holders. Black border cards, I think you're better off going to CGC or PSA. But 2022 Topps Chrome Update Sapphire, Picture Perfect Orange Refractor, again, serial numbered 1 of 25, received a Gem Mint 10. So, strong order there for Lee. Grabbing 2 10s. All right, we've got an order here for Nina. Nina's got a 2023 Topps Miami Grand Prix Fernando Alonso in a 9.5 Mint Plus. Formula 1 action. And then some vintage for Nina for her 52 Bowman set. We got Carl Erskine. Great TTM signer through the years, by the way. Received an SGC 3 on that. Bob Lemon. Great Cleveland pitcher in a 5. Excellent 5. Speaking of great Cleveland pitchers, Hall of Famer Bob Feller in a 4.5. 52 Bowman, very nice set. And then finishing it off with a Phil Rizzuto in an SGC 5. Phil Rizzuto, SGC 5. So Nina did very well. I think on the 52 Bowmans, you take a couple 5s. All right, we got an order for Michael Shane, and then we have one for Big Scott, and then we have my order. So, unfortunately for Michael, he tried to cross over his 2022 Ginter Chrome Mini Superfractor, and that one was a PSA 10, and they were not able to cross it over to an SGC 10. That doesn't mean that it wouldn't grade an SGC 10. For those who don't know, it just means they couldn't completely confirm it through the holder. The difficulty with crossing cards over is they have to, in order for them to crack the slab, they have to absolutely be sure that it would be at least the same grade if you put the minimum. So there's times where I'll have a card, say in a Beckett 5, say it's a vintage card, and I put no crossover. It'll cross over if it's a 2, 3, 6, or even if it's just authentic. So when you're already facing a 10, it makes it a little more difficult. They're going to be way more hesitant. So unfortunately, that one did not cross. The rest of Michael's order, he's got a 1910 Koch Brothers and Company, A. Young, noted footballer, 1.5. Very cool card. 1910, crazy. All right, we got a lot of memorabilia cards in this order. This is a 2020 Panini Diamond Kings, Hank Greenberg, Bat Kings, purple, numbered out of 20, in an SGC 8. And the thicker cards are always going to be a little tougher. I mean, the expectations in terms of a grading number is always going to be a little lower with cards like that, just due to the nature, especially stuff like this with all the little die cuts and such. This is a 2008 Upper Deck Premier, Hank Greenberg, Legendary Remnants Triple, numbered 7 out of 50 in an SGC 8. Got a 1911 Piedmont Cigarettes, G.C. Ferguson, in a 2.5. So 2.5 on the G.C. Ferguson. Here's a really nice grade and a nice looking card. It's a 1935 Gallagher Harry Misler Champions in a 7. Card from the 30s in a 7. How sweet is that? So that's a strong grade there. Got another old school card here. 1938 John Player and Sons, Singapore Volunteer Corps, military uniforms of the British Empire overseas, and this received a 2, so a good 2. Looks nice in the tux. It's another one. Minis, to me, also, minis, the way to go with them, in my opinion, is SGC. That's my favorite holder for minis. I think the PSA holders with the frosting around is solid as well, but I do agree with those back pages. The baggy is not ideal, and I actually feel like for even CGC, even though their holders are ultra clear and super nice, even if they didn't use the baggy and they mold it, there's too much clarity in a slab if the card is mini, where I just don't need all that. I like the black matte for the minis, especially, white border stuff like this. So this is a 2006 Topps Allen & Ginter Hank Greenberg Mini, Bazooka back parallel, number 13 of 25. That received a 9.5, so mint plus on that. And final card for Michael is let's move the rest of these back. 1963 KTAV Publishing Hank Greenberg hand cut in an 8. So an SGC 8 on the Hank Greenberg. Hand cut. So blank back. Looks great. Very cool card. So that is the order for Michael. Final order before we get to mine here on this left side is Big Scott 35. He has definitely a nice mix here. A lot of baseball and a few non-sports. 2023 Topps Adley Rutschman Gold Parallel Gem Mint 10. Rutschman and the Orioles having a fantastic season, currently in first place in the American League East. It'll be fun to see them potentially reach the postseason this year. Just a fun young team, ton of great young talent. So the Rutschman in a Gem 10. Go non-sports for a moment. This card looks great too. This is a 1966 Topps Batman, the Penguins Trap. Received a 5, so a 5 on the 66 Batman card. White borders, black matte. I think it looks great. Gonna have some more baseball here. This is a 2023 Topps Vaughn Grissom. Gold rainbow foil in a 9, so mint 9 on the rainbow foil Vaughn Grissom. A lot of Luis Ariz. So Chrome Update didn't do great. From my experience, the Chrome Update, very easier to grade. Obviously, out of the pack, you're always going to have little scratches or little marks you're going to have to look for. But I've always done really well with the Chrome Update and struggled a little more with the Chrome Paper. So we'll see how Scott does. But he only received a mint 9 on the Chrome rookie. Obviously, Ariz looks like a lock to win the National League batting title. Has flirted with 400 for a portion of the season. Here's the second one, Chrome Update, 9.5 mint plus. So then Scott had some flagship from Update, just the regular paper. Received the SGC Gem Mint 10 on the first one. That's a great looking rookie card, by the way. Ariz kind of got pumped a little bit at one point, and his stuff was rising. Then it kind of fell off with the lack of power. And then this year, his stuff is boosted back up with a lot of attention. Just an incredible hitter. So here's another one in a Gem 10. And then the third one Scott sent in also received a Gem Mint 10. So nice to get some Gem 10 Luis Ariz for Scott. From his Mets, one of the few guys remaining is Brett Beatty. This is from 2023 Bowman, the Mega Box Parallels rookie. Gem 10 for Brett Beatty. We've got an insert here from 2022 Donruss. It's a Rapture parallel of the Diamond Marvels. Fernando Tatis Jr. in a 9.5 mint plus. Nice looking card. Corbin Carroll, the odds-on favorite to win the National League Rookie of the Year. So this is the Bowman rookie in a Gem 10 of Corbin Carroll. 2023 Topps Collector's Box, Riley Green, silver foil board. Would be kind of interested to know the print run on these foil boards. They're not numbered, and obviously they printed a ton of flagship, but how many collector's boxes did they actually do? This is a mint 9 on the Riley Green. Christopher Morel, guy with a lot of ability, kind of runs hot and cold sometimes. I know when the Phillies faced him earlier this year, he crushed the Phillies. He had like 5 home runs in a 3-game series. But he'll be off and on. But, one of those rookies flying under the radar this year. This is also from the Collector's Box, a silver foil board, 9.5 mint plus. And I think if Scott got to choose which of those 3 would receive a 10 if he only got to have one, I feel like he'd probably pick Rutschman. So this is the Rutschman silver foil board, and that received a Gem Mint 10. So beautiful example there of a fantastic player. And final card for Scott is the 1979 Topps Comics. Scott's doing the entire run, and I know he's had some inconsistencies with the regular holders and the bigger holders and, different mats. I think this one looks good. It is in the bigger holder, but it is cut to size. It's the 79 Topps Comics Johnny Bench, and that received a 3. So, very cool card there. We'll see which one Scott likes the best. I feel like he likes the smaller holder, but I think the problem is some are cut bigger than others. Like, it's really tight, if you're fitting that one in the smaller holder. But I definitely get wanting the consistency, for sure. All right, so that's the order for Scott. So the last group of cards will be ones I sent in, some for the collection, some to resell. Obviously, in the perfect world where you win the lottery and have billions and billions of dollars, I would keep them all, but that's just not the reality. So let's take a look at what I got here. So first one, this was bad. This I kind of saw before I sent it in. I would suspect that this one was trimmed. It looks great, and it looks awesome in the holder, but it's a 55 Bowman Chuck Bednarik, authentic evidence of trimming. So I looked at the cut up top, and the only reason I actually ended up sending it in at the time, I was trying to make sure I filled the order, hit the minimum amount of cards, and then I included this, got it priced at the football special pricing, so I was kind of like, what the hell, I'll take a shot on it. So it is what it is. It's one I'll either keep or, cards like that in that holder, people will buy just to have it holded up. Looks nice. Here's a 2022 Panini Select Tom Brady, black-green die cut. Don't love the die cuts out of Select, but 9.5. It's not often. I collect Brady stuff, but I don't go out and buy it because it's still generally pretty pricey and spend the hobby funds, the collection funds more so on the baseball stuff. But if I do pull cards, I will consider getting them graded. And again, football special, I threw in some of these. This is a 1995 Summit. Ben Coates, Ground Zero. I love this parallel. 95 score Summit. Beautiful set. I just really like it. And the Ground Zeros are great. Ben Coates in a Mint 9. Ben Coates was an awesome tight end. Like, he was a tight end when tight ends were tight ends. Tight ends now are glorified receivers, generally speaking. It's very impressive what guys like Travis Kelce do. Don't get me wrong. Obviously sensational. But I pump the brakes a little bit when people go, hands down GOAT of tight ends. Receiving, yes, but it's a different game now. Back in the Ben Coates, Shannon Sharp, Mark Bavaro, back in those eras, tight ends blocked. Tight ends were in the trenches. Tight ends got blown up over the middle. So like Ben Coates, receiving-wise, had a few sensational seasons. Like, he was a beast in 96 when the Patriots made a Super Bowl run and lost to the Packers. But their careers deteriorated, very early, sort of like running backs. But that's an awesome card. I love that. These football ones are all for the collection. This is a 96 Top Stadium Club dot matrix. Just an awesome looking set. And honestly, it's just not going to the camera, the lighting won't do it justice. This card is awesome in hand. So Gem 10 on the Curtis Martin, Hall of Fame NFL player. Not a Hall of Famer, but super popular in the hobby and generally speaking. Drew Bledsoe. This is the 1997 Topps Chrome Refractor. Card looks really good. It does have a little bit of that greening. The Hawking, which does go on from some of those 90s refractors. So that received a near mint 8. So that's cool for the Bledsoe collection. And then a modern day Prism. 2021 Prism. Red Ice Prism. 9.5 mint plus. Again, send it in with the football special for the collection. I'm sure this is like $1 or $2 card, but it's awesome to me. All right, let's get into a few more. This is a 2020 Topps Finest Flashbacks JT Realmuto Refractor. Doing the run of these, and when I find them, I will buy them and send them in if I get them at the right price. I have a few of the Realmutos. He actually had 2 cards in 2020. They somehow put him in twice in an All-Star card and a regular card. So, Gem 10 on that. Got a Larry Doby from 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. That's the rose gold 70th Wave Refractor, number 33 of 50. So that's a Gem Mint 10, Larry Doby. Awesome card. That set can be sensational for sure. It's a tough break, but there are some awesome cards in it. 2023 Topps Living, Nick Castellanos, Gem Mint 10. Always love to grade one of the Topps Living set cards. Feel like the Phillies are due for one. We'll see if they get one anytime soon. They're down to 2 per week, so little longer wait for a lot. All right, 2023 Topps Finest, Corbin Carroll base, Gem Mint 10. So, nice Corbin Carroll rookie there. Got a 2022 Topps Allen Ginter Chrome Bryce Harper Mini Gold Refractor, numbered 40 out of 50, Gem 10 on the Harper. Always happy to add another slabbed Harper to the collection. Here's one that I know Wesker Griff will enjoy. That is a, let's zoom up on that a little bit. 1985 Police Von Hayes Phillies Mint 9, larger card. Got the back there, also sponsored by Cigna. And the Von Hayes. I mean, whenever you can slab a Von Hayes, why would you not? So, super thrilled to get that one back. That's definitely a PC card. That is like a $1 card in a slab that if you enjoy collecting, you have fun collecting, that's why you would get it graded. All right, then I got a stack of memorabilia cards here. So these, as much as I'd love to keep them, most of them will probably be listed. Some listed very high until I get my price. But I bought this big lot late last year. And the reason I got these graded, these are some of the bigger players. And basically, you're going to price your cards at certain price points. Even if you're not going to get the grade maybe you would prefer or really want, it just helps with the sale. It helps with the condition, especially eBay is getting real sensitive with labeling all the conditions and such. So that's why I got these graded. Few of them very disappointed in. Some absolutely thrilled with. My expectation across the line was 7s and 8s, to be honest. Some of the more common ones I did not get graded. But so unfortunately I had a couple that came back as authentic and their minimum size not met. So that doesn't mean it's trim. It's more than likely just a factory miscut or a factory just cut shorter, but it's below their threshold, so that's how they label it. So that's how the Hank Aaron came back, and these are all going to be from 2021 Upper Deck SP Legendary Cuts. They are all bat cards. So the Henry Aaron received the authentic, and then definitely disappointed that the Jackie Robinson, which I consider one of the bigger cards, was also authentic minimum size not met. And these all came out of the same big collection. Obviously, I'm sure someone put the set together at some point. All right, so happy about the Mint 9 on the Ty Cobb. So Legend Ty Cobb. We got Jolton Joe DiMaggio receiving an 8.5. So a little lesser there, but again, I'm happy with it. These are thicker cards. They are from the early 2000s. You're going to have the cut there. They're going to be difficult to grade, generally speaking. So I go in with lower expectations, and I'm actually overall very happy. Mint 9 on the Roberto Clemente. So cool Clemente there. Though when I look at these cards, sometimes I'm like, damn, like they cut up one of the game-used bats of some of these players. It's kind of a shame in a way, even though it makes for a cool card. So absolutely thrilled. The Mickey Mantle came back a 9.5. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Here you can see the back. Congratulations, you have received a game-used bat trading card from Upper Deck. On the front of this card is an authentic piece of game-used bat used by Mickey Mantle on an official Major League Baseball game. We hope you enjoy this piece of MLB history. We at the Upper Deck Company continue to keep you as close as you can get. So a 9.5 on the mantle. And then definitely thrilled with this. 9.5 on the Babe Ruth. So, I mean, I'm holding a card in my hand with a piece of bat used by Babe freaking Ruth. That's pretty damn cool as is. Again, this is the type of card I would absolutely love to keep, but did spend quite a bit on the big lot. This is one that's getting listed. This is the type of card I will definitely list over. I'll just name my price. I'll listen to some offers. I'll get some fair offers that will tempt me. I'll get some cheapskate offers that, are easy declines. And at some point, I'll probably settle for something, but, won't be in any kind of crazy rush to sell a card like this because I am super happy to continue to own it. So that is awesome. So that is it for the SGC submission reveal. Overall, I thought it was a pretty decent submission. Definitely a few disappointments mixed in. That's always going to be the case. But I think generally speaking, everyone got something pretty cool into their collection. Love using SGC. I'm hopefully soon be doing another SGC and another CGC order. So hopefully they get out and back fairly quick. And then I'll have more reveals for you. Appreciate you guys watching. Comment below. Let me know what you think of the review. And check out the channel for more videos as always. Appreciate this continued support, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.